Hey everybody, Andrew TV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode here of Rockridge County. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here in one of the kind of downtowns of Rockridge Village. Actually, the one just across from the actual village. Where's it at there? There it is. There's the actual golf course village. Just kind of hanging out in this new little downtown area and everything. But yeah, no, welcome back to Rockridge County, where we are going to be doing all things suburbs today, basically. Yeah, suburbs and like kind of rural farm kind of suburbs. I don't know. We're gonna try and do some differentiation between, again, some like farm rural suburbs as we kind of encroach into the actual city part of this build, the big city part at least. So yeah, we kind of have our biggest city right now is Harvard, which we've checked out Harvard a whole bunch of times, but you know, that's all right. We always like to go back down there. It's my favorite part right now. But anyways, yeah, we have Harvard, which is our main big city at the moment, but I've been alluding to up until now that we're going to be having a bigger city. And yeah, you know what? We have finally kind of approached that area just north of here as we kind of stretch away from our big vast farmlands here. Yeah, we're gonna start to get into our bigger city, and that's what I wanted to start to do today. But as you can see, kind of already started to do a little bit. Did forget to hit the record button, oopsie. But if you do want to see this being built, I did do the majority of this in a live stream. I'm going to explain what all this is here in just a second. But yeah, I did do this in a live stream a few days ago. I'm going to start to ramp those up every so often when I do get time after work or on the weekends or anything like that. So, but yeah, no, once in a while I do like to do the live streams and everything. So if you like to hang out for a few hours while we do some building and everything like that, definitely come on by and check those out. But yeah, so this is where again, we're starting to transition from the working actual farms, the bright yellows, into some prior farmland that has been sold off by some of these farmers for various reasons. You can make a lot more money. I was doing a little bit of research before this episode, and the consensus I found is that basically, after, you know, farmer gets a little bit older, doesn't want to work on the farm as much, not always the case, but it's a lot more profitable to just go ahead and sell off your land to these private businesses and everything for large sums of money. And most times you're not even selling off all of your land, just portions of it. But yeah, to a lot of these private businesses that go ahead and build developments on here, a lot of housing developments and everything. So that's why I wanted to kind of get across here, that these are old worked farms that have gone into, again, being sold off to private business or private developers and everything. And then we have these suburbs starting to kind of pop up here. Use a lot of these surface tools. Didn't want to just have this regular grass. Wanted to kind of show that these were formerly worked fields. If you do look at like Google Maps of the areas, the inspiration I'm looking for in my area, again, you can kind of really tell that the ground has been worked before in one way or another. So went ahead and did a combination of, let's see here, the kind of manicured grass for the actual suburb part of it, a little bit of the forestry grass or surface. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, we do the surface tool here with the dev tools. Did a little bit of the forestry surface for some areas to make it look like it was churned up dirt and ground and everything. And then other areas, it's kind of hard to tell, but we did the regular grass, just kind of mowed, not kind of manicured grass and everything. So just trying to get a little bit of differentiation in the tiles in the grid here. And again, that's the other big thing, is trying to keep the grid kind of boxed in, as it were, because again, these are old farms and everything. And yeah, just kind of inside the grid, we have these kind of curvy, nicer subdivisions and everything like that. So today's plan, though, apologies for not recording this, so we'll try to be more on that in the future, definitely. But today's plan is to keep getting away from this rural area and start to really get into some city type suburbs. So not going to go full just grid all the way. We will start to get into some grids and everything like that, but all the inspiration I'm taking from my home area, which is Rockford, Illinois. I think it's the second or third biggest city in Illinois. It's really cool kind of what we do here. It's you still box in or do big grids with your main roads, and then within those main roads, you kind of do what I'm doing here with a lot of curvy bits, a lot of kind of unique curve roads inside of the boxes. So big grids to kind of map out the city with your main avenues and all that kind of stuff, but then within those you have smaller roads and even alleyways and everything that make these kind of curvy subdivisions. So that's what I'm going to kind of aim to do there. Also have this big old roundabout, or not roundabout, excuse me, interchange over here for our highway that has now developed through the farmlands. Kind of started it right here where the transition between working farmlands and sold off farmlands is and everything. So have the highway cutting right through the middle of it there, have some sound barriers up, hopefully to reduce some of the sound pollution and everything. But yeah, no, as we get over here, we have this really big interchange. Again, took inspiration from this, from a local interchange in my area, which is actually going through a huge revamp right now. So it's kind of cool to build this, which is going to be the old interchange there, excuse me, the old interchange, and it's going to be kind of cool to see in real life what they do with the new real one and everything like that. So but yeah, this works pretty well. I've done some stress tests on it in the background. It's adding a bunch of citizens. You kind of see some markings in the background, some young trees and everything. It's because I did some stress tests on the interchange, and it works really, really well. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that for now, but that is a little bit of a dividing line. I can see it as is kind of between our big main downtown city and kind of the suburbs and everything. So anyways, without much further ado, let's go ahead and get building. I'm gonna go ahead and let's find out where our new main streets are gonna be. So we already have this main guy right here going all the way out to the edge there. So let's go ahead and connect this up. I believe this goes right there. So let's go ahead and make this a 4-lane road. I can see this being a main avenue as we come into our big city here. Main thoroughfare, as it were. So there we go. Connect on up. There we go. Nice. What was this before? I just made it the asymmetric road. But let's go ahead and just make this the regular one. You'll have to excuse my voice today. I'm I'm not under the weather, but I have a nice fall cough going on. So if I sound a little raspy, apologies. But yes, I did want to get the video made and video out and everything. But yeah, I might sound a little bit raspy, so apologies for that. So there we go. We have one big main road going through there. Then yeah, let's get kind of the boxing system going here. Let's get a big boxed road, maybe like this main one here. Does this go all the way through? It does. Yeah, so it doesn't always have to go all the way through. It would be cool if we had some roads going from north to south, connecting from the southern tip here all the way through the northern area there. Not always going to happen, but this is definitely a big old main road there. So let's connect this all the way up almost to the coastline here. Do like that, and then tell you what, since we're almost to the coastline, why don't we make another main road going east to west, and that'll be just this one right here. So this one cross over. You know, we don't have our contour lines on. I don't know what we're doing. I did flatten out a lot of this, or smooth out a lot of this, I should say. So we shouldn't have too many issues with hills and stuff like that. Although I do want to do that in the future. Building on the flat land for your downtown suburb area, it does make it easier, but we do lose some of that unique terrain aspect of it and everything. So in the future, would like to kind of fix that up a little bit, maybe get some more unique terrain aspects, everything. We are going up a hill here as we go to the other side of the lake and everything. Oh, we are probably running right into. Oh, it's a wall. There's a giant. Oh, and it's just right here. Of course it is. Of course it is. Tell you what, we're going to leave that right there. The plan is, and you kind of see I've done a little bit of pre-planning up here with a new rail yard and a new passenger train station. The plan is I want to have the downtown area right through this little corridor right here. I think that's going to work out the best. The original plan was to kind of have it along the lakeside or the shoreline up here, but it just wasn't really working out. The water is not being my friend. I'll put it gently. The water is not being my friend when I try and manipulate the land over here, and I just get these random lakes start to bubble over and random roads being covered in water and buildings kind of being abandoned all the time because I think they're in the water, but they're clearly not. I don't know. I can't stand the water in this game. It's not great. So yeah, no, the new idea is to kind of forge downtown in this little corridor over here. And yeah, we're taking up a bunch of room with our new rail yard and train station. That is definitely on purpose, as I've noticed this with a lot of Midwest cities. kids. You'll notice that they always have like a big rail yard kind of taking up a giant portion of what would be, I would think, would be their downtown area. So yeah, that'll probably be a little bit of it. Anyways, we'll get to that later on. We're working on suburbs right now. So we have our north-south roads going through. We have some east-west. Let's get a few more north-south. Again, a few more if they are connecting through. Not really. This one maybe over here because it's connecting up to our new high school. Didn't mention that. This is our second high school in the entire region. I don't think there's many people. No, there's only 70 kids. That's way less than my graduating class. So yeah, we have two high schools in the area. I figure this is gonna go ahead and feed into all of our big suburbs out here and everything. So let's get another big main road going right off of here, since that's going to be kind of leading down to our high school area. Hopefully this goes through with no problem. And where's the snap? Where's the snap? Oh, there's no snap. There's the 90. Watch, this is the 90 on the, darn it! Dang it! That's all right. You know what we can maybe do? Maybe. Oh, look, there we go. We can just sneak it by. Just had to make it a little bit shorter. So sometimes you get to finagle it. Play with it just a little bit, and it'll be all good. You'll get it to get by those barriers and everything, and we'll hook up right there. All right, good stuff. So we have a few big boxes here. Didn't measure these out or anything like that. I don't really feel the need to. I like the kind of randomness, I guess you'd say, of it. Oh, look at this here. We have a road coming out of Capron. That, you know what, we're going to kind of turn it just a little bit. I think this would be a good, another good east-west road here. And if we can get, it's not going to be exact. It might be a little janky even. But let's see if we can get this. So this would be 90 going like this. Now, is this 90 for these north-south ones? I don't think so. So I think it's going to be a little bit crooked. Not a big deal, though. Not really concerned about that. There we go. So 90 would be right there. And that's kind of cool. You get it right up to the edge of the highway and everything. And we do have to think about on-off ramps. At the moment, we already have it covered going with a little interchange going north, south, and west. Don't need to worry about going east into the water. So we do have our big interchange kind of covered there. But we do need to think about, the on-off ramps. Not a big fan of putting on-off ramps in the middle of neighborhoods, per se, at least with the single-family homes and everything. So we'll try and avoid it back over this way. But maybe, once we get over here, we'll need to put, probably right here is going to be a good candidate. Probably here and here, but not here. All right, let's go ahead and start making some of our... just some of our middle roads here, some of our windy little road. I have Google Maps up on the right-hand side of my screen, so if I pause every once in a while, it's because I'm looking at that, trying to get inspiration and everything. I'm trying to find a rhyme and reason for a lot of these, but Jesus, some of these are just so random. It just makes really no sense at all. So we're just going to kind of go ahead and do that, just the no-sensical little bit there. So let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of a build here, make some neighborhoods. pretty good about those first few neighborhoods. Starting to have some houses pop up there. Definitely need them. We're always in demand for the low density residential demand, it seems like. But yeah, no, try to get a little bit of a mix between, like I was saying, some of the curvy random bits, a little bit of some grids going in there and everything. But yeah, no, gonna go ahead and let that develop for a little bit. Also, didn't know if you noticed in the time lapse, did leave our main kind of avenues, our big 4-lane areas free from low residential, that is, for the most part. Over off to the side here, started to kind of put it up on there. Actually, you know what, we'll go ahead and fill in this side as well. Don't expect this area to be as busy as the other areas that I left blank there, and we're going to go ahead and fill those in with some commercial. So as we kind of get into these bigger areas, oops, turn that off. Went ahead and yeah, I think we should put in some commercial corridors, probably off to the let's see, so our downtown's going that way, so yeah, I'm actually going to put one way over here, a big commercial corridor going up and down our 4-lane, just to kind of serve this area for all the shops and anything like that they need done. So let's go ahead, we're not going to fill it in all the way, going to leave a little bit of a strip right back there, so we might sneak in like an alleyway or a pathway, something like that. Go ahead and fill in all of these areas here without getting the residential filled in. I'm going to pause it real quick because I don't want things to develop right away. There we go. Go ahead and fill all of this in. And you know what? We'll even have some corner stores, maybe like that. And we will fill in some of these back areas here. Not going to sneak an alleyway through there. No big deal. Go ahead and unpause. We do need a boatload of commercial. We always need commercial, it seems like. All these people want to shop. Let's see. So back here, again, we're trying to keep the commercial on the big main 4-lane road. So let's have them develop here. I'll make these a little bit bigger. Same thing here, have these develop on here. Let's keep an eye on these, try and make sure they do develop. Nope, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Might need to reduce down the size there. Yeah, let's go ahead and reduce down the size of the zone. There we go. Want everything to develop on the street here, so no commercial like that one. We're gonna take that out as well. Don't need that developing on the side road here. Just take that out entirely. Very good. Okay, so everything is developing well there. We'll also fill in this area with some commercial. Before we do, I would like to run a alleyway kind of perpendicular to the highway for the most part, kind of scooting by our interchange and everything here. But yeah, kind of want that sneaking by as like a kind of dividing line almost. Let's turn off all that stuff. Between the highway and like all of our commercial areas. Oops, turn that off as well. The only thing is I don't want too many interchanges between there. Yeah, you know what, maybe we won't do that. I was doing that in some of my other builds, kind of having a dividing alleyway between the two of them, but you know what, we might just square it off, and that'll be plenty. So from here, let's build a... Ooh, I don't want the interchanges too close to each other. You know, heck it, we're just going to leave it like that. That is a good strip of land to go ahead and build a commercial. I'm totally okay with that. Sorry for the sniffles. Yeah, we'll build all the way up through there, and we'll build all the way through here as well without taking over some of the residential. We're going to pause it again because I do want to develop out some of these other ones to be a little bit bigger. Here we go. And there we go. You know, we could also probably have a few little sidewalks, little pathways for pedestrians to walk on up to the shops if we would like them to. So I'm not opposed to just kind of getting rid of a few here. There we go. Right through the middle there. That's pretty good. And then through here, it's pretty good. They're going to be able to walk no problem. All right, so that's fine for now. You know, we do have this pathway down here that cuts through. Let's have it cut through right into the neighborhood like that, so it'll keep going through. Nice. All right, so we'll have that keep developing. Hit the unpause button there. We will keep putting in more commercial like we've been doing. Okay, right, very nice. And I think for the first time in the longest time ever, I have no demand for commercial. Oh my gosh, we actually did it. So we do have to think about, though, is all of the new traffic that we're going to go ahead and get to this area. Again, this interchange is already starting to be used pretty well. So yeah, we do need to keep an eye on all the new traffic with all the new shops and all the new people living over here. So we will kind of keep an eye on that as we expand out. So yeah, speaking of expanding out, we're actually going down on our residential demand as well. Nice. Actually taking a little bit of a chip out of it. So cool. So while that all develops, I do want to push forward, move into the suburbs over here. And like I said, this highway is a little bit of a dividing line there between some of our kind of nicer suburbs, more country, rural suburbs, and then we're going to get into the real big city suburbs as we push our way into the downtown area that way. So yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into another little bit of a build time lapse. And yeah, we're going to condense down, get into some a little bit more grids, mixed in grids with some of this swoopy random bits there. So yeah, let's kind of fill in probably all of these squares here, and I'm going to try and manipulate the land a little bit through here. I usually have some issues. I'm going to try and manipulate the land through here a little bit so we can maybe get another neighborhood snaking around the lakeside and everything. So yeah, let's jump into another build there. Go ahead and bring it back in here. Yeah, pretty happy with this layout. Like I said, I tried to do a pretty good mix between, just traditional grid, American grid style, and to get a little bit of more curve in there, and even try and get some, diagonal roads. It might be like historical type roads and everything, and kind of cut right through the city that the city's kind of built around and everything. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Intentionally left a few giant squares. I would like to build some like parks, so we gotta always have room for our schools and all that other kind of fun amenities and everything like that. So but yeah, no, this kind of develops out. Let's go ahead and hit the 3-speed there and see how everything goes. Looks like we still have burned through our commercial. But yeah, we got to kind of keep an eye on how this develops over time as our demands fluctuate and everything. And but yeah, so as we kind of move over to the right side, I'm not going to develop this today, but you can kind of see where our downtown main avenues and main thoroughfares are going to start to kind of pop up and everything. So I got to start to think about those. And also, as we kind of get near our downtown and more compact areas, we got to start to think about our bus routes and our subways. Yes, I'd like to get a subway in here as well. for sure. And yeah, kind of all that other fun transportation stuff to alleviate all of our highways, our on-off ramps, just kind of alleviate as much as we can so we can not get any traffic problems. Because, our population is, with all this new expansion, starting to creep up there. I think last episode we ended at around 18,000. And with just this little bit of expansion here, we're already creeping up to the 25,000 area. And if you noticed, built a lot of these, the row houses, which I think that's going to be, they're kind of scattered all over the place, kind of tried to intermix the two of them. But yeah, that's going to help our population start to really skyrocket there as well. So, I got to keep an eye on this. Left this area kind of free for now. Kind of would like to make this maybe a historical district and kind of see this being a area where the city was maybe not formed, but definitely one of the first areas of the city, being right next to the waterway and everything. So kind of kept this open right now. We might do some kind of fun little historical district kind of thing there with all of those. And did I zone? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I thought I zoned the wrong kind of thing here, but I forgot I did some of the mixed use ones as well. Gonna watch our height on some of those buildings as well. May even go into the props for the mixed use buildings. Just select our own here on the side if we can't get the kind of height and everything that we want with that. Because yeah, again, we're kind of building this for some aesthetics as well, so we don't want the game just to do whatever it wants to. If we can have control over it, we will definitely try and take some control over it. So yeah, while everything develops, we'll slow down time here. We do need to go ahead and while we before we end out the episode, I should say, let's go ahead and look at our kind of schools, our police, our fire, kind of the big main ones, not everything, but our big main ones, because I haven't, yes, as you can see, I haven't put anything out here at all. And kind of the fun thing that we've been that we can kind of think about is we've been putting these medical clinics all over the place, which is totally fine for our rural towns, our smaller towns and everything. But as we kind of get near the downtown area and our money keeps going up, we're making, I know it says we're losing money, but we're actually making a lot of money. Weird. Anyways, we can start to think about our hospital, and we might be able to afford that, and even start to do some of our bigger like health research institutes, disease control areas, and start to fill out our downtown and surrounding areas with some like really big facilities like that. So, but for the time being, let's go ahead and just put the medical clinic for now, kind of out in our, let's hit I there, get our better view. We'll put it kind of near, some of the commercial and residential, maybe right on this corner here. Not on the main strip, but I'm going to put it on Evergreen Street there. So that should, let's bring it back up here. That should help a lot of it. So helps out the majority of this center area. It looks like, we're going to put one more just over here. And again, not on the main strip. Don't want that to take up the main, I don't want people coming in parking off the main strip and everything and slowing down traffic and stuff like that. So that should cover our health for now. But again, I think the next one we'll do is a big hospital down in the center there, down in downtown. Let's look at our education. That's always a need, right? Our capacity right now is fine as far as this goes over here, but our coverage is not so fine. So tell you what about, let's do one out in the boonies, one out here near, kind of near the high school would be neat. There's our high school right there. Why don't we just have kind of an education complex over here? So we'll put our elementary school there. Let's go in and add all of the fun additions that we always like to add. I'm going to add 2 playgrounds here. I've been trying to do this more often. 2 playgrounds, and at least we'll put one off to the side. Maybe we'll do another children's clinic, in the future. But yeah, leave some room for multiples there. So that should cover at least out there. Yeah, that covers a good distance. And then let's have an inner city elementary school as well. And I'm liking putting them in this area over here. Again, with the old town area, they would probably need to put all of those amenities kind of in that little area. So let's have the school go smack dab right in the middle of the neighborhood. Don't know where the cross streets are going to be yet for this. We might just leave it really long like that. We'll see. But let's go ahead and put that there and do the same thing we just did. Play grounds, and at least, look at that, just fits, and at least one clinic. And I like that, how you ever notice how the driveways will extend out to the road if it's pretty close there. I do like how that does that, fits in really naturally with the area. Cool, so we have that covered. Let's go ahead here. Oh, look at, we're really booming the population now. Our high school, I think we're going to be fine with it for now. Look, there's not even like a coverage area for the high school. I'm not really sure what's up with that, right? This is the high school? Yeah. So the elementary school, we have like a coverage area. The high school, it's like they took out the coverage area, or I'm not seeing something correctly. But yeah, so I'm going to guess that our 2 are good for now. I can see right here that we are very good. We have capacity of 1,600. College and university, I would like to put one downtown or near the bigger city area here. So we will need to think about that. Need to think of an area for it. Maybe we can kind of carve out some land here and have like a lakeside college. That'd be pretty cool, right? Or we could even do like a whole college town like over this way or something. A lot of different possibilities. Or we could do both. There's you always see in these cities that there's a boatload of colleges and everything. Let's check our fire and police. Pretty sure those are going to be pretty bad. Yep, that's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and put a local fire station right down, not on the main strip, just off of it. If it was on the main strip, we'd be facing that way, but we're going to face it this way off of Cooper Street. So that should cover there. And then let's go ahead and do a small local police station. Oh yeah, our police coverage is really bad. That's going to be bad for development. We might need to do 2 of these. Let's do one right over by this pathway, actually. Right there. It is going to be off the main strip. Not my favorite place to put it, but you know what? It'll be fine. It's not that busy of an area. For now, we'll keep an eye on that. An off-ramp is right there, so it could turn into a busy area with all these commercial areas. So we'll do one right there, and then how does that do for our coverage? You know, dang, that one really, like, covers a lot. That covers a heck of a lot. So what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a good amount of police stations actually kind of covering the area. Let's leave it there. I know the center part here could use a little bit better coverage, but tell you what we'll do is we'll take this police station here. We'll upgrade it with some more police vehicles. Yeah, they're not going to like that because there's more traffic coming through. Oh well. So hopefully that'll help cover that. And then lastly, what I'm most excited to do is let's do some parks and recreation, and we're actually going to finish the episode by building our own park. So we'll kind of cover, let's do actually, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's do another parks and maintenance building. And this doesn't really create any no, it's low noise pollution. We're actually going to put it in here. Let's snake through an alleyway right off this little road here, and we're going to have this, we're going to turn on the curvy curves, turn off that, and we're going to curve this up right there, and then straighten it out. Boom. Oh, boom. So none of the houses except for one got deleted, so that's pretty nice there. So now we have Birch Lane. Let's take our new parks building. We're going to put it right up against everyone right here. Let's turn this off so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to actually turn off snapping altogether. We're going to right click a few times, get this as straight as we can by holding right click and moving our mouse. And we're going to get this, as, like I said, as close as we can to the road and houses. They're right about there. There we go. All right, good stuff. Let's go ahead and put some parks. We're going to put one park back here. We will turn snapping back on. But then we're going to actually fill out this area with our own kind of park here. So let's go ahead and we're going to put some trees around. There we go, trees, spruce, birch, hickory, and a few oaks if it can fit. If not, no big deal. So that's usually my palette, and then we'll do a few of the wild green bushes 1 and 2, and very sparsely some wildflowers. So I don't do any of the cultivated ones. When we get into our downtown area, maybe we'll build some buildings or some plazas ourselves that have cultivated flowers, but I like to do the kind of wild feel. So, and then yeah, let's have a little park go through here. I know I've seen someone mention it on Reddit before, but it would be so cool if you could have these paths hook up. And you can see here that the path does want to hook up to the building. And you know, we can kind of actually cheat this a little bit if we go into our dev tools and go to simulation, bypass validation results. I believe this will work. Now if we go back here and do this and click, yeah, there. So now it actually doesn't fully, there's a little bit of a gap, but I think the game might recognize it as connecting, like the Sims will recognize that as connecting through there. So we'll have to see, remind me to go check that. And we'll see if people are actually using it like that. So that's pretty neat. Tell you what, we're still going to do a little bit of eminent domain. Sorry there, house. But we're going to go ahead and do that. Connect up the path through there. So there you go. Nice little park area. Like I said, I kept that open for a reason. Let's go through and do some more. That's not going to cover everywhere, but a few more of these large parks in certain areas will definitely help that out. In these little small pockets, we'll go back to our small parks and we'll put in a few dog parks. I really like to put the dog parks around. There we go. Yep. Does good coverage, and just overall, I enjoy dog parks. Let's do the playgrounds. Let's cover like 0 space whatsoever. Honestly, if we take away that, we might be able to sneak this in without taking out a building. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I think it's going to just not let us. Just barely not going to let us do it. Maybe if I had a steadier hand. Nope, doesn't look like it will. Is there another area? Kind of, maybe actually right across the road. Oh, there it is. Just had to go across the street, and now we don't have to take any houses out, and we get a little bit of green space. There we go. How are we looking now? Pretty dang good, actually. Let's add a large park over this way. I don't even know if anything's developed over here yet, to be honest with you. Yeah, because we don't have any demand for medium. We actually have a demand for high. Yeah, nothing's even developed over here, so that should cover us for now. We'll put one plaza over here. We haven't put any plazas down, and I don't know what. Commercial areas and plazas just kind of go hand in hand for me personally. We'll put it right here because I don't really like how this developed over there without the houses right there. But anyways, nice, very good. Good stuff. So we are covered in our recreation and parks, fire coverage, police, you name it. The only thing we didn't do, and I'm keeping a real good mental note of this, is we didn't do our bus coverage, but we will probably do that in the next episode as we wait for this inner city, downtownish area start to develop and everything, and as we start to actually develop our roadways going through here. I'd like to do this all in one fell swoop as far as our buses go. Like I said, we have a passenger train station up this way that we can use. I like to get some subways. I think subways are going to be really helpful, especially with all of our grid systems and everything, you know, all of our north, south, east, west roads and everything. I know the Europeans cringe whenever they see it, but hey, you know what? That's what we got. It's efficient. So, but yeah, I think for today, that is going to go ahead and do it. We're going to, I'm going to have the time speed by as the episode ends, trying to get some of these more things to develop and everything. But yeah, as we go into our future episode, our next episode, give me some ideas if you have some ideas for our historical district. I'd like to put in some more of these kind of makeshift parks as well, so we might do some more eminent domain as we expand out this way and this way with our burbs. That is the idea. That, like I said, our I do think our big downtown area will cover maybe not this entire section. It is a pretty wide area now that I'm looking at it, but a big section of it on the lakeside here, or the lakefront. But then you have all of the suburbs kind of wrap around this lake that kind of feeds into this big downtown area. So yeah, I'm really liking how this whole area is turning out. Our big county, yeah, it's turning out really nice. So I'm having a good time doing it. Again, if you have any ideas for the county, for the big city, for the infrastructure, you name it, go ahead and post them down below. Always love to hear from everyone. And yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button. Always does help out the channel immensely there. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Try to release at least one video a week there and everything. And yeah, until the next episode of Rockridge County, y'all have a good one.